Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting with Emily. This is one of the episodes of what I've been lovingly referring to as the fruit files. So I have the fruits edition of the PaintGem kit, and for each of the fruits on the back, each of the fruit canvases, before I complete them, we get the fruit, prepare it, and then we complete the canvas. So for this one, we've got a pretty easy one. This is our watermelon canvas. So let's get started. Welcome to my kitchen. I have a giant watermelon. I was gonna get a little personal watermelon. It was $4. And this guy was 3 times the size, and he was only $5. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So we're gonna cut up this big old watermelon together. Let me change your angle here so you can see what's going on. Okay, so the key to cutting up a watermelon is to have a trash can right next to you, which is what I have done. Okay. I'm not going to suggest that I know the best way to cut up a watermelon. As long as at the end you are eating watermelon, I'd say you did a great job. I, as a smallish and weak person, I cut the watermelon in half. The allegedly seedless watermelon. Lies. And then I put that one half in a little bowl like this, and I put him over to the side. Okay. That was not even close to half. And then I cut down the sides like this and cut the rind off. So, and then I throw the rind away as I go. So like I said, I am no expert. As long as you are eating watermelon by the time you are done, then you have done a good job. I should have cut each end off first. So, growing up in our house, my dad still is, my dad is the melon preparer. And his method is, even if he's cutting into chunks, he cuts into like big half slices, like a big half slice that you would chomp into at a barbecue. And then just slide the rind off, cut the rind off that way. That's what I originally learned the correct process was. Listen, whatever works for you. I'm gonna spin the cutting board. Whatever works for you. I'm also not gonna make you watch me cut. Make you watch me? Yeah. I'm not gonna make you watch me cut this whole watermelon, but just till we get to the watermelon part. Whoa. Hang on. Oh, there was just some rind squished into the side, but I thought there was, is there a tiny watermelon growing inside of our watermelon? Have we made a scientific discovery? No? It is the end of my day. It's quite late. Well, for me, it's quite late. And I've been doing activities all day, so picking up the watermelon kind of difficult as compared to just spinning the cutting board around. So that's what we're doing. And we're gonna cut his little hat off. Do, 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 do. There we go. So once I have just watermelon, no rind, then I go ahead and chunk it up. I find this is easiest for me so far in terms of movement, in terms of not having to move so much, in terms of not having to lift things. Efficiency. This seems to be the best for me. So I'll cut some of these little guys. I'm not going to chew into the microphone, but let's see what our center guy looks like. Not bad. I do kind of want to take a big bite out of that guy. So I'll cut some of these guys up so that they're into more of chunks, and then we'll work on our canvas.